Friday morning, 8:47 a.m. Three black SUVs roll up to a crumbling apartment building in South Philadelphia. Tinted windows, engines humming. Four men step out. Dark suits, sunglasses, earpieces. Neighbors freeze mid-conversation. A woman clutches her purse. Kids on bikes scatter. The men move like they've done this before. Military precision. One carries a leather folder. Another speaks into his wrist. They walk straight into the building, heading for apartment 3C. They're looking for a 14-year-old boy named Deshaun Carter. His grandmother thinks he's in trouble. The whole block thinks he's in trouble, but no one knows why. What did this kid do? Here's what they don't know. 16 hours ago, in a thunderstorm, Deshaun made a choice. He helped a stranger, an old man stumbling in the rain. What he didn't know? That old man wasn't just anyone, and that one walk home was about to change everything. But before we get to those men in suits, you need to understand who Deshaun Carter really is, and why nobody ever noticed him before. Deshaun lives with his grandmother, Loretta, in a 2-bedroom walk-up. 3rd floor, no elevator. Peeling paint. Ceiling leaks when it rains hard. His father, Jamal, died 3 years ago. Construction accident, fell from scaffolding. His mother, Angela, is in and out of rehab. Hasn't called in 18 months. Grandma Loretta works double shifts at the hospital laundry. Her hands are twisted with arthritis. Every night she comes home limping. Deshaun's routine never changes. Wake at 5:30 a.m., school at 6:30. After-school job at the corner store, 3 to 5 p.m. $7 an hour. Walk grandma home at 9 p.m. Homework, sleep, repeat. He's 14. He's been doing this for 18 months. Thursday morning, 16 hours before the men in suits. Deshaun wakes at 5:30. No alarm needed. He makes instant oatmeal for 2. Brown sugar in grandma's bowl. Plain for himself. Saves money. He counts out her pills. Blood pressure, diabetes, arthritis. The arthritis bottle has 4 pills left. Refill costs $85. They don't have $85. He checks the emergency jar. Hidden in the flour canister. $47.32. Rent is due in 8 days. They need $367 total. The math doesn't work. The math never works. His stomach knots. He thinks about money 200 times a day. At Lincoln High School, Deshaun is invisible. 2,400 students. Not one could pick him out of a lineup. He wears the same 3 shirts, 2 pairs of jeans, 1 pair of Nikes with holes in both soles. He sits in the back, gets straight A's in math and science, never raises his hand. Once his physics teacher, Mrs. Lane, stopped him. Deshaun, you scored 98% on the engineering aptitude test. Have you thought about magnet programs? I work, Mrs. Lane. She started to say something about scholarships. He walked away. She didn't ask again. After school, Deshaun works at Mr. Kowalski's corner store. 18 months now. He sweeps, stocks shelves, takes out trash, bags groceries, paid under the table. $7 an hour. No complaints, no sick days. He eats expired sandwiches Mr. K lets him take. Sometimes customers tip him for carrying groceries. $2, $3 if he's lucky. Once a lady gave him $10 at Christmas. He cried in the bathroom. The weight Deshaun carries isn't physical, it's the constant calculations. Can we afford eggs? If I walk instead of taking the bus, I save $2.75. Grandma needs new shoes. Shoes cost $40. We don't have $40. He's Googled jobs for 14-year-olds that pay $15 an hour, 23 times. No results. He's Googled how to drop out of school legally in Pennsylvania 7 times. He hasn't told Grandma about that one. At night, he lies awake. Rent plus food plus medicine plus utilities. Always more than they have. But Deshaun has one secret. Under his mattress sits a spiral notebook, filled with pencil sketches, bridge designs, building blueprints, architectural renderings. He draws during lunch, in the back of class, at night when sleep won't come. He dreams of being a civil engineer, building bridges that connect communities, buildings that last generations. He's never told anyone, not even Grandma. Dreams feel dangerous when you can't afford to eat. Thursday afternoon, 4:30 p.m. On his way to work, Deshawn passes a construction site, chain-link fence, security trailers, a giant sign, future home of the Reynolds Center for Youth Innovation, opening fall 2026. The rendering shows a gleaming glass building, outdoor spaces, a pedestrian bridge. Deshawn stops, presses his face against the fence. This is what he wants to build someday. A security guard taps the fence with his flashlight. "Move along, kid. Private property." Deshawn walks away, tries not to want things he can't have. At the store, an elderly white man enters, late 60s, expensive coat, leather shoes that probably cost more than rent. But something's wrong. His hands tremble. His breathing is labored. He leans heavily on the counter. He buys a bottle of water, drops a $20 bill. His hands shake so badly it falls. Deshawn picks it up. "Sir, your change." The man waves him off. "Keep it." "Sir, that's 1874 back." Deshawn follows him to the door, holds out the money. The man stops, looks at Deshawn, really looks, like he's trying to memorize his face. "You're a good kid. That's rare these days." His voice is rough, emotional. "What's your name?" "Deshawn, sir." "Deshawn." The man nods slowly, takes the money, leaves. Mr. Kowalski watches from behind the counter. "That's weird. Rich guys never turn down free money." Deshawn shrugs, gets back to stocking shelves. 8:50 p.m. Deshawn walks to the bus stop, waits for Grandma Loretta. She gets off the 64 bus, limping, arthritis flaring bad today, face tight with pain. He takes her bag without asking. 15 pounds of nothing, her lunchbox, change of clothes, library book. They walk slowly. 3 blocks feels like a mile for her. "Baby, you don't have to meet me every night. You got homework." "I'm done, Grandma." She doesn't believe him, but she doesn't argue. She needs help. Halfway home, she stops to catch her breath. "Your daddy used to walk me home, too, when he was your age, before he got tall and thought he was too cool." She smiles, her eyes water. "He had a gift, your daddy. Could see what needed fixing and just knew how to fix it. People called him at midnight. 'Jamal, my sink's busted, my door won't close,' and he'd go. Didn't matter if he was tired. Didn't matter if they couldn't pay." Deshawn knows this story. He's heard it 100 times, but he never interrupts. "You got that in you, baby. That same heart." Deshawn doesn't answer. He's thinking about the $320 they don't have, the pills they can't afford, the choice he's going to have to make soon. Dropping out, working full-time. 40 hours a week at $7 an hour equals $280 a week, enough to survive. He turns 15 in 3 months. In Pennsylvania, you can drop out at 16 with parental consent. He's researching. He hasn't told Grandma. It would break her heart. But sometimes, love means sacrifice. And Deshawn is running out of options. What Deshawn didn't know, in exactly 90 minutes, he'd have to make a choice. And that choice would bring men in suits to his door. Thursday evening, 6 p.m. The forecast said 50% chance of showers. By 5:30, the sky turns black. Wind picks up. The temperature drops 15 degrees in 20 minutes. By 6, it's not rain. It's a wall of water. Thunder shakes buildings. Lightning cracks so bright it turns night into day for half seconds. Flash flood warnings light up every phone. Emergency alert. Severe thunderstorm warning. Seek shelter immediately. The city advises everyone to stay indoors. Deshawn is at the store, mopping the floor. Mr. Kowalski watches the news, shaking his head. This is bad. Really bad. Rain hammers the windows, the lights flicker. Deshawn, go home, your grandma's gonna worry. But it's only, go, I'll pay you for the full shift. Deshawn pulls his hood up, thin zip-up jacket, not waterproof, the only coat he owns. He steps outside. Within 3 seconds, he's soaked. 2 blocks from home, lightning flashes. In that split second of light, Deshawn sees him. The elderly white man from yesterday, standing outside a medical building. No umbrella, no coat. Soaked through. Dress shirt plastered to his body, trying to hail a cab, waving frantically. Cabs pass without stopping. The man stumbles, catches himself on a lamppost. Face pale, lips slightly blue, hand clutching his chest. Deshawn's mind races. Grandma's waiting. She's probably panicking. I'm already soaked. I need to get home. He's a stranger. He's clearly rich. Look at that watch. He'll be fine. Someone else will help. But the man staggers again. His breathing, even from 15 feet away, Deshawn can see his chest heaving. He looks like Papa. That day, the day before he fell, Papa had been breathing like that. Tired. Too tired. Said his chest felt tight. Went to work anyway. Fell 40 feet the next morning. Then Deshawn notices something strange. A black Lincoln town car is parked 50 feet away. Hazard lights blinking. Driver's door opens. A man in a suit steps out holding an umbrella. The old man sees him, waves him off angrily. No, I said no, get back in the car. The driver stops. Mr. Reynolds, please. I told you I'm not going with Edwards. I'll find my own way home. The driver hesitates, retreats to the car. Deshawn is confused. Why would someone refuse their own ride in a storm when they're clearly sick? Thunder cracks. The old man's knees buckle. He goes down, catches himself on his hands, kneeling on the wet sidewalk. People rush past. Cars splash through puddles. No one stops. The man tries to stand. Can't. His arms give out. Deshawn moves before he decides to. Sir! Sir! Are you okay? He runs. Kneels next to the man, rain pouring down both their faces. The man looks up, eyes unfocused. I need to get home. Can't find my phone, I can't. His voice is slurred. He's in medical distress. Where do you live? Rittenhouse Square, 18th Street, building with the green awning. I can't remember the number. Rittenhouse Square, 12 blocks, opposite direction of home. Through the worst of the storm. Deshawn's phone is at home, charging. He can't call 911, can't call Grandma. He looks at the town car. Sir, your driver's right there. No! The man grabs Deshawn's arm. Not with him. I can't explain, please, I need to walk home. He's not making sense, but he's desperate. And he's sick. This isn't about the storm. This is about something else. Pride? A fight? Doesn't matter. What matters? This man is going to collapse if someone doesn't help. The stakes flash through Deshawn's mind. If I walk this man 12 blocks, I'll be soaked for over an hour. Risk of getting sick. Grandma will be terrified. I might lose tomorrow's shift. We need $28. But if I walk away and this man dies, I'll carry that forever. Deshawn takes off his jacket. Thin, soaked, basically useless. But it's something. He drapes it over the man's shoulders. I'll walk you home, sir. Lean on me. The man looks at him, a long, searching look. You don't have to do this. You don't even know me. I know you need help, that's enough. Come on. Deshawn pulls the man to his feet. The man is heavy, at least 190. Deshawn is 5'7", maybe 135, soaking wet. They start walking. Behind them, the driver gets out of the car again. "Mr. Reynolds!" The old man doesn't turn around. Deshawn doesn't know it yet. This walk, this choice, this moment, it's about to change everything. Every step through that storm was a choice, and William Reynolds was counting every single one. Blocks 1 through 3. Physical battle. Rain comes in sheets, almost horizontal. Wind tries to knock them over. Deshawn's sneakers, holes in both soles, fill with water. Every step. Squish, squish. The man, William Reynolds, is dead weight. Leans on Deshawn's shoulder, breathing ragged. Deshawn's shoulder already aches. His legs burn. They've walked 2 blocks, 10 more to go. Lightning strikes close. Maybe 2 blocks away. Thunder so loud Deshawn feels it in his chest. William stumbles. Deshawn catches him. "I got you. Just keep moving." 1 foot, next foot, 1 foot, next foot. Deshawn repeats it in his head like a mantra. His teeth chatter. His hands are numb. Water streams down his face. Can't tell rain from sweat anymore. Don't let him fall. Don't let him die. Block 4. The rain lessens slightly. Still pouring, but the worst has passed. William's breathing stabilizes a little, enough to talk. "What's your name, son?" "Deshawn, sir. Deshawn Carter." "Deshawn." William repeats it. "I'm William. William Reynolds." The name means nothing to Deshawn. He nods, keeps walking. "You should have just called 911. This is too much to ask of a kid. Didn't have my phone. And you needed help now, not in 20 minutes. William falls quiet. Studies Deshawn's profile in the streetlight. Blocks 5 and 6. William starts talking, maybe to distract himself. Maybe because he needs to say it out loud. "I had a son once, Michael. He'd be 30 now, maybe 31. I lose track sometimes." Deshawn doesn't know what to say, just listens. "Had. Car accident, 17 years ago. He was 17. Drunk driver ran a red light. Michael was coming home from a volunteer event at a youth shelter." William's voice cracks. "He was a lot like you. Kind. Saw people who needed help and just helped. Didn't think twice about it." Deshawn: "I'm sorry. He wanted to be an engineer, civil engineer, build bridges." William laughs, bitter, sad. "Ironic, right? Bridges, things that connect people. And I've spent the last 17 years building walls." "What kind of walls?" "Emotional ones. I threw myself into work, made a lot of money, started a foundation in his name, built buildings, funded programs, wrote checks, thought I was honoring him." He pauses, takes a labored breath. "But really, I was running from grief, from guilt, from the fact that I worked 80-hour weeks when he was alive and barely saw him. I missed his baseball games, his science fairs, his graduation speech. I was always too busy." His voice breaks. "And now I'm 68 and sick. And I realize I spent 17 years building monuments to my guilt. But I stopped seeing people. I stopped seeing what Michael saw. Humans who need help." They walk another block in silence, just the sound of rain and their footsteps. Then Deshawn speaks. "You're seeing me right now." William stops walking, looks at Deshawn. "What?" "You're seeing me, right now, in this moment. So maybe you didn't forget. Maybe you just needed a reminder." William's eyes water. Could be rain. Could be tears. "How old are you, Deshawn?" 14. 14. William shakes his head. "When I was 14, I was stealing cigarettes and failing algebra. You're different." Deshawn shrugs. I'm just cold and wet, sir. Let's keep moving. Blocks 8 through 10. The struggle intensifies. They're in Center City now. Streetlights brighter. More people, though still not many in this weather. William's pace slows. He's exhausted. Every step is a fight. I'm sorry. I'm slowing you down. Don't be sorry. Just keep walking. A car passes, splashes them with a wave of gutter water. Deshaun closes his eyes, keeps moving. His whole body is shaking, not just from cold, from exhaustion. He's been on his feet since 5:30 a.m. It's after 7 p.m. now, but he doesn't stop. William notices. You're limping. Hole in my shoe, it's fine. William looks down, sees Deshaun's soaked, beat-up Nikes. His face changes. Shame. Realization. Something else. Deshaun, why are you doing this? You could have walked away. Most people did. Deshaun thinks about it. My dad used to say, if you see someone who needs help and you can help, you help. That's it. No reason needed. Your dad sounds like a good man. He was. Died 3 years ago. Construction accident. William goes quiet. They walk another block. I'm sorry, that's too young to lose a father. Yeah, it is. Another block. Their breathing synchronized now. In, out, step, step. William, what does your dad's voice tell you right now? Deshaun doesn't hesitate. Keep walking. William smiles. First real smile since they started. Blocks 11 and 12, arrival. They reach Rittenhouse Square, a completely different world. Elegant brownstones, manicured trees, doormen in uniforms, gas lamps, wealth radiating from every brick. Deshaun feels it immediately. He doesn't belong here. He's black, soaked, looks homeless. People will assume the worst. William points. That one, green awning. The doorman, middle-aged white man, name tag says George, sees them coming. His eyes go wide. He rushes out with a massive umbrella. Too late to help. Mr. Reynolds, my God, what happened? Are you hurt? Should I call Dr. Patterson? I'm fine, George. Just got caught in this rain. This young man helped me home. George looks at Deshaun for the first time. His expression shifts. Suspicion, confusion, disapproval. He looks Deshaun up and down, takes in the cheap clothes, the soaked jacket, the holes in the shoes. His eyes say, what is this kid doing here? Deshaun feels it like a punch. The shift, the judgment, the unspoken. You don't belong here. He steps back. You're home now, sir. I should... William grabs his arm. Wait, please, don't go yet. George hovers, protective, still eyeing Deshaun. George, give us a moment. George hesitates, then steps back. But he's watching. William looks at Deshaun, really looks. Thank you. You didn't have to do this. But you did. That means something. Deshaun nods, doesn't know what to say. You should get inside, sir. You need to get warm. Maybe see that doctor. I will. But first, I need to know you get home safe. George, call this young man a car. No, sir, I'm fine. I'll walk. Deshaun, really? I'm already wet. It's fine. William studies him, sees the pride, independence, the refusal to take what he hasn't earned. And something in William's chest tightens. This boy, this 14-year-old boy who has nothing, who gave everything. At least let me... William starts to reach for his wallet, but Deshaun is already backing away. You get inside and get warm, sir. That's all I need. He turns to go. William calls after him. Deshaun Carter, I won't forget this. I promise you that. Deshawn waves without turning around and walks back into the rain. 12 blocks home, opposite direction, through the storm he just walked through. But somehow, despite everything, despite the cold and the exhaustion and the ache in every muscle, Deshawn feels something he hasn't felt in a long time. He feels like maybe, just maybe, doing the right thing still matters. Even when nobody's watching. Even when it costs you everything. Even when the world tells you to keep walking. William Reynolds wanted to repay the boy, but Deshawn's answer would prove he was even rarer than William thought. Inside the lobby, marble floors, crystal chandelier. Deshawn is dripping on the expensive rug. George hovers nearby, still suspicious. William pulls out his wallet. Leather, soaked but intact. He opens it, pulls out $500 bills. Please, take this. You saved my life tonight. Deshawn stares at the money. $500. His brain does the math automatically. That's rent. That's grandma's medicine. That's 2 months of groceries. That's 2 months of breathing room. His hand almost reaches out. Then he hears his father's voice. Son, we don't take what we don't earn. Our word is all we got. He hears Grandma. Your daddy never took charity. Deshawn's hand drops. I can't, sir. William stares. You can't, or you won't. Both. Deshawn, do you need this money? Doesn't matter. I helped because you needed help, not for money. If I take this, it wasn't kindness. It was a transaction. William looks stunned. Do you have any idea how rare that is? I know billionaires who take this $500 even though they don't need it. And you need it, and you're saying no. Deshawn shrugs. I'm not from your world, sir. William laughs. Real. Genuine. No, you're not. And thank God for that. He puts the cash away. Okay, I respect that. But do something for me. He pulls out a business card. Heavy stock. Embossed. Deshawn reads, William J. Reynolds, founder and chairman, Reynolds Foundation. His stomach flips. Reynolds. The construction site. The sign. Are you building the center? On Broad Street? William nods. You've seen it? I walk past it every day, on my way to work. William's expression softens. Of course you do. He points to the card. If you ever need anything, call that number. Day or night. Promise me you'll keep it. I promise. What school do you go to? Lincoln High, South Philly. William nods slowly, memorizing. Lincoln, good. George brings towels, still watching Deshawn. Thank you, Deshawn Carter. You didn't just help an old man. You reminded him why he does what he does. Deshawn nods, doesn't fully understand. Get inside, sir. See that doctor. I will. And Deshawn, I won't forget this. Deshawn turns and leaves. The walk home is long, cold. His teeth chatter. His shoulder aches. His feet are numb. But he feels something strange. Light. Like something shifted. He looks at the card. William J. Reynolds, billionaire. And I just walked him home. Will he remember me? Or is this just another story he'll tell? He doesn't know. But he did the right thing. That's enough. Still, deep down, there's a spark of hope. What if this changes something? 8:42 p.m. Deshawn climbs the stairs to apartment 3C. The door flies open before he can unlock it. Grandma Loretta stands there, face tight with fear. Where were you? Grandma, I called the store. Mr. K said you left 2 hours ago. I thought you were hurt. She sees how wet he is. Anger melts. Baby, what happened? She pulls him inside, wraps him in a blanket, makes him strip out of his wet clothes right there. I helped someone, Grandma. An old man. He was sick. I walked him home. She stops, looks at him. You walked him home? In that storm? He needed help. Her eyes fill with tears. She cups his face. You got your daddy's heart. That same good heart. But you got to take care of yourself, too. I know. She makes him hot tea, heats up soup, wraps him in 2 more blankets. Deshawn doesn't mention the card, or the $500 he turned down, or the feeling that his life just changed. He sits at the table, drinks soup, warms up. For the first time in months, he doesn't think about money. He thinks about bridges, connections, how one walk in the rain might have meant something. Tomorrow is Friday. School, work, the same routine. But tonight, something feels different. He doesn't know what yet, but he feels it. Deshawn thought that was the end of the story. He went to bed. He woke up. But 16 hours after he walked William Reynolds home, men in suits came looking for him, and the whole neighborhood would never forget it. Friday morning, 6 a.m. Deshawn wakes up sore. His shoulder aches, his feet hurt, dark circles under his eyes. He finds the business card on his nightstand, pulls out his cracked phone, Googles William Reynolds, Philadelphia. Results flood in. Billionaire philanthropist William Reynolds pledges $50 million to Philadelphia education. Reynolds Foundation awards $500 million in grants to urban development. William J. Reynolds, the man who rebuilt Philadelphia. Forbes profile. Net worth estimated at $2.7 billion. Deshawn's hands shake. I walked home a billionaire, and I turned down his money. Part of him regrets it. Part of him is proud. Mostly, he's just stunned. Deshawn, you're gonna miss the bus. He pockets the card, tells himself, it doesn't matter. He's probably already forgotten about me. But Deshawn has a fever this morning, 100.2. Grandma makes him stay home. He's lying on the couch, wrapped in blankets, half asleep. Grandma is in the kitchen making tea. Then, sounds outside. Car doors slamming. Multiple vehicles. Grandma goes to the window. Her face goes white. Deshawn, baby, come here. What? Come here, now. He gets up, looks out the window. 3 black SUVs, Lincoln Navigators, tinted windows, parked in a row. 4 men in dark suits step out. Sunglasses, earpieces, moving in synchronized precision. One carries a leather folder, another speaks into his wrist. Neighbors freeze. Mrs. Washington from 2B clutches her rosary. Kids on bikes scatter. Someone yells, FBI! Someone else, ICE! A teenager shouts, Yo, somebody's in trouble! Windows open. People lean out, watching. Mrs. Rodriguez runs up the steps. Loretta, you okay? You need me to call somebody? Grandma's hands shake. Deshawn, what did you do? Baby, what did you do? I didn't do anything. Then why are they here? Heavy footsteps on the stairs, 3 floors up, getting closer. Grandma grabs Deshawn's shoulders. Did you steal something? Did you get in a fight? Tell me the truth. No, I swear. Knock on the door. 3 sharp raps. Grandma and Deshawn stare at each other. Another knock. Louder. A voice. Mrs. Carter, this is Jennifer Haas with the Reynolds Foundation. We need to speak with Deshawn Carter. It's urgent. Grandma mouths, Reynolds? Deshawn's heart pounds. The business card. William. Oh my God. Grandma opens the door. Chain still on. A woman stands there. Mid-40s. Black. Tailored charcoal suit. Briefcase. Professional but kind face. Behind her, 2 men in suits. Standing guard. Mrs. Carter, I'm Jennifer Haas, Director of Special Projects for the Reynolds Foundation. Is Deshawn home? What do you want with my grandson? Mr. William Reynolds would like to speak with him. Today. As soon as possible. Is he in trouble? Jennifer smiles. No, ma'am. The opposite, actually. May we come in? But when Deshawn met William Reynolds on Saturday morning, he learned the truth, and the truth was bigger and more heartbreaking than he could have imagined. Inside the apartment, Grandma lets Jennifer in. The two men stay outside. Jennifer looks around without judgment. Is Deshawn here? Deshawn steps forward. I'm Deshawn. Jennifer's face softens. Mr. Reynolds would like to meet tomorrow. Saturday, 10 a.m. Would that work? Why? He'll explain. But he asked me to give you this. She hands him an envelope. Thick. Cream-colored. Reynolds Foundation logo. Open it. Inside, a handwritten note. Deshawn, you asked for nothing. That's why I want to give you everything you need. Tomorrow, we will talk about your future. W.R. Below that, a check. $5,000. Memo. For rent, medicine, and peace of mind. Grandma gasps, covers her mouth. Deshawn can't breathe. Mr. Reynolds wanted you to have that now. No strings. We'll send a car at 9:45 a.m. tomorrow. Jennifer leaves. Car doors. Engines. Silence. Outside, neighbors gossip loudly. Grandma looks at the check, looks at Deshawn. Baby, what did you do last night? I just walked him home, Grandma. She starts crying. Your daddy is so proud. Deshawn hugs her. He's crying too. Saturday morning, 9:45 a.m. Black Mercedes pulls up. Driver opens the door. Deshawn wears his best clothes, khaki pants. The button-up shirt is slightly too big. Borrowed shoes. Grandma kisses his forehead. You be polite. You represent our family. I will. The car goes to Broad Street, to the construction site, the Reynolds Center. They pull through security, stop at a trailer marked Administration. Jennifer meets him. Mr. Reynolds is inside. Inside, blueprints on every wall, 3D models, renderings. At the center table, William Reynolds, gray slacks, navy sweater. He looks better than Thursday, but still tired. He turns. His face lights up. Deshawn, you came. Yes, sir. Did you cash the check? Yes, sir, thank you. It wasn't enough. Sit, please. They sit. Jennifer stands nearby. I owe you an explanation. About Thursday night. About why I refused my driver. You don't owe me. I do. Because what I'm about to ask requires you to understand who I am. He takes a breath. Thursday afternoon, I had a doctor's appointment. Cardiologist, heart disease, advanced. He taps his chest. He told me I have 6 months, maybe a year. There's no surgery, no cure, just management. And time. Deshawn's stomach drops. Let me finish. I'm 68. I've built companies. Started a foundation. I lost my wife 10 years ago. My son was 17 years ago. And when the doctor said I was next, I felt relief. His voice cracks. Relief. Because I'm tired, Deshawn. Tired of being angry. Tired of throwing money at problems. Tired of waking up alone wondering what it was all for. William pulls out a photo, slides it across. A teenage boy, white, brown hair, bright smile, holding a model bridge. My son, Michael, died when he was 17. Senior year, coming home from volunteering. Drunk driver ran a red light. Deshawn stares at the photo. Michael wanted to be a civil engineer, build bridges. He'd explain physics to me even though I didn't understand. William smiles through tears. He believed infrastructure was about connecting people, making sure everyone had access to opportunity. He'd say, Dad, what's the point of building something if the people who need it most can't reach it? Deshawn's throat tightens. After he died, I spent 17 years building things in his name. This center, scholarships, projects. I thought I was honoring him. But really, I was avoiding grief, avoiding the fact that I worked 80-hour weeks when he was alive and barely knew him. William looks at Deshawn. So Thursday night, I did something stupid. I told my driver to leave. I sent my assistant away. I walked into that storm thinking, if this is how it ends, fine. He pauses. But then you appeared. 14 years old, soaking wet, shivering. You took off your jacket and put it on my shoulders, said, "I'll walk you home, sir." His eyes water. And I realized, I don't get to quit. Not yet. Because if a kid who has nothing can give everything, what am I doing giving up? He looks directly at Deshawn. You're exactly who Michael would have been at your age. Kind, selfless. You see people. You see what needs fixing and you just fix it. Silence. You didn't just save my life. You gave me a reason to fight for the time I have left. And I want to spend that time doing what Michael would have wanted. Building bridges. William slides another folder across. Here's the truth. I'm not doing this because I feel guilty. I'm not doing this because you're charity. I'm doing this because for the first time in 17 years, I feel like I can breathe. Like maybe Michael's death wasn't meaningless. Like maybe, if I can help you, his dream lives on. Tears stream down his face. I want to offer you something, Deshawn. But understand, this isn't charity. This is me trying to do what my son would have wanted. This is me trying to build a bridge between his memory and your future. Between what I lost and what you could become. He reaches across the table. Will you let me? Deshawn can't speak. His eyes burn. He's crying. I don't know what to say. Don't say anything yet. Let me tell you what I'm offering. Then you decide. William opens the folder, and inside is a future Deshawn never dared to dream about. What William Reynolds offered wasn't just money. It was a future Deshawn didn't know he was allowed to dream about. William opens the folder. Official documents. Legal letterhead. This center opens September 2026. 1 year from now. It will serve 500 students. Full scholarship, tuition, meals, supplies, everything. Focus on engineering, technology, skilled trades, architecture. He slides the first page across. I'm establishing the Michael Reynolds Memorial Scholarship. Full ride to any university in the country. 4 years undergrad, 4 years of graduate school if you want, plus a $50,000 annual stipend for living expenses and family support. Deshawn's breath catches. $50,000 a year? Yes. So you can focus on school instead of working 3 jobs. William slides another page. Total scholarship value over 8 years, approximately $1.2 million. You'll be the first recipient. We'll select 1 new recipient every year, forever. I'm endowing it with $50 million. Your scholarship will exist as long as there are kids who need it. Deshawn can't breathe. 1.2 million, MIT, Stanford, Penn. I could study engineering. I could build bridges. William points to blueprints on the wall. A pedestrian bridge, sleek, modern, curved arch. We're building a bridge connecting this center to the public library 2 blocks away. Michael's Bridge. It'll be a symbol. Knowledge on one side, opportunity on the other, and a path connecting them. He looks at Deshawn. I want you to co-design it. You and my engineering team. Your ideas, their expertise. Students will be part of the construction process. Community builds it together. Me? But I'm not. You're smart. You're passionate. And you see things others don't. That's enough. Jennifer adds, you'll be paid as a consultant. $25 per hour. Weekends and after school. 6-month project timeline. Deshawn does the math. 25 times 10 hours times 24 weeks equals $6,000. More than a year at the corner store. William continues. One more thing. I know your grandmother works 2 shifts at the hospital laundry. I know her arthritis makes every day painful. Deshawn tenses. How much does he know? I'd like to offer her a position as community outreach coordinator for the Reynolds Center. She'll work with local families, help with enrollment, coordinate with churches and schools, part-time, 20 hours a week. Salary $65,000 per year. Deshawn's mouth falls open. $65,000? Plus full health benefits. Her arthritis treatment will be covered, physical therapy, medication, everything. Tears stream down Deshawn's face. He can't stop them. She'll never have to scrub sheets again. She'll never have to work in pain. She can rest, Deshawn. Don't you want that for her? Deshawn nods. Can't speak. Jennifer opens a calendar. Here's the timeline. Today you sign preliminary agreements. We will announce the scholarship next week. November, you start working with the engineering team on bridge design. December, media announcement. You'll be the face of the program if you're comfortable. January, groundbreaking ceremony. You'll speak. Spring, bridge design finalized. Summer, bridge construction begins. You'll intern on site. Paid. September 2026, center opens. You enroll as a student. Deshawn hesitates. Why me? There are thousands of kids who need this more. William. Are there? Because from where I'm sitting, you're exactly the kid who needs this. You're brilliant. You're kind. You work harder than anyone I've ever met. And you're 1 bad month away from dropping out of school to work full-time. Am I wrong? Deshawn looks down. Can't deny it. You deserve this, Deshawn. You earned it the moment you ran toward me instead of walking past. Most people walked past. You didn't. That says everything. Jennifer lays out the contracts. Since you're a minor, your grandmother will co-sign, but everything is yours. The scholarship, the stipend, the job, no catches, no strings. Deshawn reads them slowly, carefully, like Grandma taught him. He looks at William. What if I fail? What if I'm not good enough? William. Then you fail, and you learn, and you try again. That's what Michael would have done. Deshawn picks up the pen, signs his name. Deshawn J. Carter. His hand shakes so badly the signature is barely legible. William stands, offers his hand. They shake. Welcome to the Reynolds family, Deshawn. Let's build something beautiful. Deshawn breaks down. Full sobs. Jennifer hands him tissues. William hugs him. This frail old man is hugging a 14-year-old boy and whispers, "Thank you for giving me a reason to fight. Every extra day I get is because of you." In the Mercedes, Deshawn clutches the folder, reads every page, contract, scholarship terms, Grandma's job offer, letter from William about Michael. My son believed we're all connected, that our lives touch each other in ways we can't predict. You touched mine, Deshawn. Let me touch yours. Deshawn stares out the window at Philadelphia passing by. The same city, but completely different now. This morning I woke up planning to drop out. Tonight I'm going to MIT. He bursts through the apartment door. Grandma! She's cooking. Gospel music on the radio. Baby, how'd it go? He can't speak, just hands her the folder. She reads. Her hands shake. She sits down hard. Deshawn. Baby. Is this real? It's real, Grandma. She reads the job offer. Salary, benefits, arthritis treatment covered. Looks up at him, tears streaming. I don't have to go back? You never have to go back. They hold each other and cry. That night they order pizza. First time in 8 months. Eat it at the table, laughing, crying, not believing this is their life now. Grandma keeps looking at the papers. Your daddy, wherever he is, he's smiling. Deshaun thinks about his father, about walking Grandma home from the bus stop, about the emergency jar with $47, about how 48 hours ago he was Googling how to drop out of school. And now he's going to college. Any college. Full ride. He's going to build bridges. Real ones. That night, Deshaun lies in bed, staring at the ceiling. He thinks about William, about Michael, about that storm, about how one choice, one moment, one walk in the rain changed everything. He pulls out his notebook, the one with bridge designs, opens to a blank page, and starts sketching Michael's bridge. But Deshaun's scholarship was never supposed to be just his. It was a spark, and sparks start fires. 3 months later, December 2025, Deshaun's transformation is complete. Before, invisible kid in the back row, working at the corner store, carrying adult weight. After, working with engineering teams every Saturday. His design ideas for the bridge, a curved arch that echoes the Schuylkill River, are being implemented. His sketches became reality. Philadelphia Inquirer runs a front-page story. From stormwalker to scholar, teen's act of kindness leads to full-ride scholarship. Local TV does a segment. Deshaun on camera, wearing a hard hat, explaining load distribution, speaking like he belongs there. Teachers at Lincoln High treat him differently. The guidance counselor asks him to mentor other students. He's on the honor roll, not hiding anymore. Grandma Loretta's transformation is even more dramatic. Before, 2 jobs, constant pain, exhaustion. After, working 20 hours a week at Reynolds Center. Loves it. Talks to families about enrollment. Coordinates with churches. Health insurance covered physical therapy. Arthritis pain reduced by 60%. She walks without limping, smiles all the time. She tells a reporter, "I got my grandson back. He used to come home exhausted. Now he comes home excited. That's worth more than any money." The story goes viral. #Stormwalker trends. Comments flood in. This is what humanity should be. Proof that kindness is never wasted. But also negative comments. He only got it because he's black. Performative charity. Deshaun reads them. They sting. William calls. Turn off the comments. You earned this through character. Let them talk. Community reactions are mixed. Mr. Kowalski frames the article, hangs it behind the register. That's our boy! Lincoln High sees applications to magnet programs increase 40%. Students are suddenly interested in engineering. The local church invites Deshaun to speak. He tells 200 people, "I didn't do anything special. I just helped when someone needed it. You can too." Standing ovation. But some kids at school resent him. Must be nice. Walk one old white dude home and get $1 million. Deshaun talks to William about it. William, jealousy is fear there's not enough to go around. Show them there is. December press conference. William and Deshaun announce the Stormwalker Initiative. 10 additional scholarships awarded annually. $500,000 per year, funded in perpetuity. Criteria: exceptional character through community service, financial need, academic potential. Message: Deshaun isn't the exception. There are thousands of kids like him. Let's find them. Hope replaces resentment. June 2026. Bridge construction begins. Groundbreaking ceremony. 500 people attend. Deshaun speaks. This bridge isn't just steel and concrete, it's a promise. A promise that where you come from doesn't determine where you go. Applause echoes. William stands next to him, visibly frailer but smiling, using a cane now, but present. Construction crew, 60% local hires, jobs created, paychecks to families who need them. August 2026. The center nears completion. 500 students enrolled for the first year. Wait list of 1,200. 11 Stormwalker scholarships awarded. 150 local jobs created. $8 million invested in South Philadelphia. 25 Lincoln High students receive scholarships to other programs inspired by Deshaun. The national media picks it up. NPR feature, How One Act of Kindness Created a Movement. Other cities reach out. Can you replicate this model? Unexpected ripples spread. 2 other Philadelphia billionaires announce youth centers. Both credit the Reynolds model. Corporate partnerships form. Google donates computers. Comcast donates internet. Construction firms offer internships. The bridge gets a nickname, the Stormwalker Bridge. The city council makes it official. Tour groups visit the construction site. It becomes a symbol. September 2026. Reynolds Center opens. Ribbon-cutting ceremony. The mayor speaks. William speaks. Deshaun speaks. 500 students walk through the doors on the first day. Deshaun is one of them. Sophomore now, 15 years old. But he's not just a student. He's a symbol, a reminder, a promise kept. The community knows it. Crime down 18% in surrounding blocks. High school graduation rates up 12%. Numbers don't lie. One act of kindness, one walk in the rain, one choice, and an entire community transformed. 1 year after the storm, Deshaun stood on the bridge he helped design. But this time someone else needed help, and he knew exactly what to do. September 2027. 1 year after opening. The Reynolds Center is thriving. 500 students enrolled, 50 staff members, dozens of programs running. College acceptance rate? 87% for the first graduating class. 32 Stormwalker scholarships awarded over 2 years. Community impact? Measurable. Crime down 18%. High school graduation rates up 12%. William Reynolds is still alive, defied the 6-month prognosis. Treatment bought time, not a cure, but time. He's frailer, uses a cane, needs oxygen sometimes, but he's present, attends every center event, knows students by name, watches Deshaun like a proud father. He tells reporters, "I was ready to die. Deshaun gave me a reason to live. Every day I wake up is a gift he gave me." The Stormwalker Bridge is complete. Officially named, Beautiful Curved Pedestrian Bridge, LED lit at night. Plaque at the entrance, dedicated to Michael Reynolds, 1987 to 2007, and Deshaun Carter, who reminded us that the strongest bridges are built with human kindness. It became a landmark. People take photos. Tourists visit. A rainy evening. September 2027. Deshaun, now 15, sophomore at the center, is walking home after the robotics club. It's raining. Not a storm. Just steady rain. He's crossing through Rittenhouse Square, the fancy neighborhood where William lives. He visits sometimes. They have dinner. Talk about bridges and life. He sees her, a girl, maybe 13, struggling with an elderly woman at a crosswalk. The grandmother has a walker, can barely move, traffic is impatient, honking. The girl looks overwhelmed, embarrassed, near tears. Deshaun stops. "Need help?" The girl looks up, suspicious. "We're okay. I got time." He helps the grandmother across, walks them 2 blocks to their building, carries the grandmother's bag. The girl asks, "Why'd you do that? We're strangers." Deshaun smiles. "Someone did it for me once. Changed my life." He hands her a card, Reynolds Center for Youth Innovation. "If you ever need help, school, tutoring, college applications, anything, call that number. Tell them Deshaun sent you." The girl takes the card, confused but grateful. "Thank you." Deshaun walks away. He crosses the Stormwalker Bridge, stops in the middle, looks back at the center, glowing with light and life. His phone buzzes. Text from William. "Dinner Thursday? I want to hear about your MIT application." Deshaun smiles, texts back, "Yes, sir. 6 p.m.? He looks up at the rain. Remember that night? The cold, the fear, the choice to help. People ask me all the time, do you ever regret turning down that $500? And I tell them, I didn't turn down $500. I invested it. I invested it in believing that doing the right thing matters, and the universe paid me back 1,000 times over. He continues walking, the bridge behind him. The center is glowing, the city lights reflecting in puddles, rain falling softly. And somewhere, he knows his father is smiling. So I'll leave you with this. If you see someone struggling, in a storm, on a street corner, in a classroom, stop. Help. You never know what that moment might mean. Maybe you won't meet a billionaire. Maybe no one will write a story about you. But I promise you this. Kindness creates ripples. Small acts become big waves. I was just a kid who walked an old man home in the rain, and it changed everything. Not just for me, for my grandma, for 500 students at the Reynolds Center, for every person who heard this story and decided to be a little kinder. So be someone's storm walker. You never know what happens next. If this story inspired you, share it with someone who needs hope today. Hit that like button. Subscribe to Black Tales Stories for more stories like this. And drop a comment. What's one act of kindness you'll do this week? Because the smallest gesture can change everything.